What's up, everybody? Tyler Pyron here with Phil DiMartino, and this is another edition of our 5-Tool Prod Pod.
The Prod Pod.
I just like calling it that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, so today we're talking about, what are we talking about? Senior leadership? How to get buy-in?
Yes, so one of the things that a lot of people talk to us about when we're pitching them to work with us is, okay, I'm in, but how do I convince my boss and my boss's boss and maybe my boss's boss's boss to be on board too?
Is, okay, this is great, I want this, but how do I tell the person that's going to write and sign the check to you, to us, how do I tell them that? So we want to kind of talk about that today.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, I think, and I think the first part for me always starts with trying to build the case by making people understand how ubiquitous video actually is at this point. It is everything, and people don't necessarily understand that. And if you think about your own habits, it makes sense, right? Like you spend so much time watching video, but there's so many stats and figures and things like that that can help you understand just how important it is. So Cisco says that by 2020, 80% of all IP traffic is going to be video. So 80% of everything that happens on the internet is going to be video.
What you think, I mean, really let that sink in and let that marinate a little bit,
if
you will. When you really think about all the different things, the different articles that you read, when you're on Facebook, that's basically saying that 80% of your Facebook feed is going to be videos, which when you actually take a step back, like you just said, it makes sense. Log on to ESPN.com. Can you read an article
that doesn't have a
without
video
having video?
Right.
No, every single one of them does. So that's where they're getting at, is that even if you are writing blog posts, even if you are creating other content, you need video to be kind of accompanying it as well.
Correct. And the basic point is if you're not doing it and doing a lot of it, you're getting left behind already. Not to mention what's going to be happening to you in a couple of years. And you mentioned Facebook. Zuckerberg specifically has talked about the idea of the future of Facebook is going to be a platform where video is at the heart of all of their services. And we talk about it a lot, and we focus on Facebook a lot. There's like 2 billion people on Facebook. It's important to think about what they're doing for overall industry trends.
We can kind of go down a windy road with this and talk about over-the-top content and talk about content delivery networks and things like YouTube, how they're starting to roll out their own. I mean, they're basically saying you don't need cable anymore.
Yeah,
it's going to be through YouTube. It's going to be through
those they launched that recently.
And when we look at that, that's another way of saying that that's still internet video.
Exactly.
So you want to be available. And to your point about, if it happens in 2020, if you're not creating video right now, when 2020 hits, which is really only a couple of years away, you're going to be so far behind. It's not even funny. So why not start hitting the ground right now? And you don't have to run. Crawl a little bit right now with video. Test the water. See how it works. See what does and what doesn't. That way, when 2020 hits, and as more and more people are, in fact, viewing more video, you actually have a better feel for it, as opposed to, nope, all right, we heard 2020 is going to be 80% of the marketplace. Well, don't do that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
No, 100%. And I think, okay, so we kind of covered the fact that you're going to get left behind. It's everywhere. I think another part of it is just there's a human connection that comes with it, and there's a lot of studies that will show this. One of the metrics that I like is that people are. There's a lot of studies that say like a quarter of people basically is like the average here that I've seen. A quarter of people will lose interest in a company entirely if they don't have video assets about their products. People are as much as 4 times as likely to buy from a company that has video as a company that doesn't. And you can find tons and tons of metrics if you're trying to sell. Also, though, if you're just trying to make a personal connection, depending on what your video is, the old adage in writing and in journalism is show, don't tell, right?
Yep.
Show it, don't tell it. And I think that kind of the same thing for video is show it, don't write about it at this point, or if you're going to write about it, also show it so people can have their choice of how to consume it.
Try to. I mean, we've talked about this before. Go watch some of our previous episodes where it's like shoot once, use often, right? It's that same mentality of, yes, go shoot something and then use that for a blog post. Use that for a couple of blog posts. Create the sawdust. What can you use of things that's on the cutting room floor as well? To your point about different metrics, I mean, from a marketing perspective, I know that if I don't have a video on my landing page, it converts 50% less than if it does have a video. So it's just like those little things for the CMOs of the world. So if your boss is a CMO, you tell them that, they're going to say, okay, well, if I have a video on this page, well, don't you want a video? Yes, of course you do. So those types of little things are going to help you further your discussion with your peers.
Yeah, and I think the metrics point is a good one because it matters. What are you going into it looking for? Like, obviously, not every single video is going to convert sales, right?
No.
But there are, if you go into it saying, like, I want an engagement play, I need this video for training, so I just need a lot of people to watch it, and I want to make sure they're watching all the way through. It's really important in terms of seeking buy-in from senior leaders to know what you're trying to get, because not everything does need a video, right? So the really important thing is to have that conversation up front, know what you're trying to accomplish, and then be able to say, this does need a video, this doesn't, so that when it doesn't seem like you're just constantly pitching it for the sake of pitching it.
Yeah.
Because it's not right for everything.
No, don't do video for the sake of doing
Exactly.
video, which kind of goes a little bit against what we said in the beginning about 80% of the marketplace is going to be video, internet is going to be video, but that's part of the process.
You still have to be thoughtful about what you make.
Well, it goes back to, I mean, I hate saying the funnel. I mean, I literally despise saying the funnel. I mean, you and I both know
the
why,
marketing
too.
funnel.
But when you're actually putting together
But it's
your
legitimate,
content
though, yeah.
strategy, and you're saying, okay, at the top, I want awareness. What kind of content are you going to be building? Whether it's written word, whether it's going to be social, or if it's going to be video in particular, what are we doing for an awareness
What's going to get the most people to hear
Exactly.
about us? Yeah.
I don't really care. I mean, those people aren't clicking and buying right then and there. I just want
But that's
people
okay.
to know my name.
Right.
How do you get your name out there?
Right.
And use video and other points of media to get your message across at those different points in the funnel.
Yeah, so I think basically the couple of main takeaways are: know what your goals are, and so you know when the appropriate time to pitch video is. Understand that video is everywhere, and be able to make that case and explain it to your bosses. And your point about repurposing is a really good one. Like, the budget might not be what you think it is, and seeing a number up front for a video, it shouldn't scare you off, because if you're working with the right people, they should be able to stretch it into something that's going to fill your marketing engine for a long time to come.
Yeah.
It's not one shoot, one video. If you work with the right people, it should fill your channels for a long time.
That's just it. And there's ways for us on our end to work with you to say, let's make something a little bit more evergreen, so it doesn't, sometimes let's shoot something, a promo for this event. It might work 1 year, it doesn't necessarily work the next year.
You want
but there
stuff
are
to live
topics
on.
that can live on a lot longer. So,
100%.
and going back to, the whole premise of this is, peers buy-in, basically. The whole concept of spending X amount of dollars for one video, throw that out.
I
and if
completely
you're being
agree
pitched
with
by
you.
another company that says that, fire them. Give me a call. We'll just leave it at that. Right, Phil? I think that's a good way to
I
put it.
would say in most cases that's correct. Yes, I would agree with you.
Nope. Fire that.
Oh, God.
Anyways,
All
I'm only
right.
kidding. All the other people out there, I'm sure will have knocking on the door or anything like that. All right, he's Phil. I'm Tyler. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.